Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hey, what happened here? Everything is a mess today. I mean, the government has decided, you know what, I'll destroy this guy. But anyway, yeah, we proceed. We don't play big teams. Yeah, we are back. So yes, continue sharing it because others have to get it. We'll continue from where we stopped when they decided they have to hang. Good. So here we go. Well, learn to live with it, brother. All right. So there are four things. A recap. We've talked about dopamine addiction. We've said dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is very necessary because it promotes the eating habits, it promotes motivation, it promotes learning and all that. But most importantly, the lower levels of dopamine are the problem because at lower levels, you're getting into Parkinson's. That's a crazy condition for the elderly. And we've said during Parkinson's disease, by the time you're showing the symptoms of Parkinson's, it means that you've actually degenerated the dopaminergic nerves and neurotransmitters by about 60 to 80%. So it's too late to actually bring them back. You can simply encourage and bring back some numbers just a little bit by giving the dopamine agonist, and those drugs that block the metabolism of dopamine. All right, and levodopa is the most used drug on this one because it actually mimics dopamine. All right, but this is how it happens. So for you to get an addiction to anything, you must start by a trigger. Triggers are the problem. So when you understand the triggers, that's when you start the healing process. For example, if you're somebody who is addicted to gaming or gambling, you realize these triggers can actually get you into a lot of debts and problems. So it's your role to actually start withdrawing slowly and carefully. If you're addicted to your phone, we've constantly said on my platforms that at least take 1 day without the phone, just 1 day in a week without the phone. Because those dopamine addictions that you get that actually cause you to scroll every single time, they are not necessary. There's nothing you'll miss by just leaving your phone aside for 1 day in a week. That reconnection with nature is basically you trying to actually replace the unhealthy habits with the healthy habits. So the moment I tell you on Sundays to walk barefoot, when I tell you to go for hikings on Saturdays, when I tell you to go and reconnect with nature, when I tell you to sit just down and enjoy the sunset, these are things that actually bring in a new of good that is natural production of dopamine. Therefore, you not get up, you not depressed or you not get anxious of anything. All right. So understand that these things are very intentional. So the triggers, and which are the triggers for this? Pornography and pornography actually on the internet, porn sites. If you're somebody struggling with all these issues, why do you have porn sites on your phone? Why do you have porn sites on your phone? If you know very well you're struggling with masturbation, why are porn sites still on your phone? So imagine somebody is masturbating every single night and they know the newest porn site in town. Somebody is struggling with dating. What is happening to this, Banai? Somebody is struggling with dating and they are always on dating sites. Instead of fixing themselves, they are constantly on dating sites to go and check out new profiles for people. Let's turn off this one. Just simply allow the net for the gadget. Simply turn off this one. So you're struggling with dating, and the first thing you do is to join a dating site. Now there is no reality on dating sites, and because there's no reality on dating sites, why are you on dating sites? Are you not just going there to seek validation and get some excitement before everything gets to zero and you start complaining? If you know your addiction is gaming, why are you always sitting with people in a gaming site, in a gaming room? You must start reducing these things one after the other, slowly but carefully. If you know your addiction is social media, some of these social media apps should be deleted. Why are you on Instagram every time getting depressed with people posting their flashy lifestyle there? It is not a real life, it's a fake life. They are always selling an idea and an agenda. So they are targeting a certain type of population, and possibly you are that population. That's why you're depressed, because you're thinking they're living a better life than you. If you're on Facebook, why are you constantly on platforms or channels that actually encourage you to do some types of things that you know are so addicting to you? You see that? So it starts with triggering. So you must have a trigger, either porn, either gaming, either dating apps, either social media apps, texts, and sugars. Once you understand what is your trigger, you start working with that. If you're addicted to food, just know your addiction is coming in as a result of sugars. So start replacing sugars. One of the reasons why we take you from wheat, from seed oils, and from sugars, and we take you to the complex carbohydrates to help you wean off the addiction slowly in a way that will not get you to relapse. Once you win that addiction, it becomes easier for you to just move on to the next stage softly because you've stabilized your dopamine. Those are the triggers. After getting the triggers, now you move to the next step because after being triggered, there is this dopamine spike because you must get a trigger. Maybe it's food. You see the food, you eat the food, you produce a spike of dopamine. You feel good after eating the food. The weird part is the dopamine is broken down so fast and we have this crash of dopamine, which is the stage number 3. The crash of the dopamine. Sometimes it goes to the baseline and sometimes it goes to under low levels of dopamine. So now the body has to actually bring it back and reward you again. When the body is trying to bring you back, that's a problem because it's sending you into cravings for the same things that actually caused you a spike and then a crash. A spike and then a crash. So you don't want that instability. That's why the first thing you do is to seek for that thing that actually gave you the spike. Little did you know that the same thing that gave you a spike will be responsible for causing you a fall. You see that? Just like insulin. You eat sugars, they spike blood sugars, they spike insulin. Insulin drops you into a sugar crash. When you crash, your body sends you into cravings again to eat more sugar. That's how you start getting addicted to sugars. So sugars are crazy because you're getting addiction to insulin at the same time you're getting addiction to dopamine as a reward system. So now that crash sends you into the 4th stage, which is now cravings. So you started with triggers. These triggers excited you to produce dopamine. You got the spike. After the spike, you got a very serious crash. And then the body sends you into now cravings. Now as you crave, you continuously feed the dopamine. As you crave, you continuously feed the dopamine. And then there comes a place when you're raising your threshold to a place that now a small amount of dopamine is not enough. Dopamine resistance. Now you need high amounts of dopamine to feel the same effect. We call that level tolerance. So you move from triggers to the last stage, which is tolerance. And at tolerance level, you are so addicted to multiple types of foods, you can't even help yourself. Is that not amazing? It's just like alcohol. Oh, let's go out today and just have fun. It's Friday. We've been paid. We've realized that the past 2 months, we had the long weekends, starting from Friday all the way to Tuesday. Oh, we have a long weekend and we have been paid. Let's go and have fun. Take 2 for the roads. You feel good. Tomorrow you want 4. The following day you want 6. Now you graduated from beer to whiskey. You start with about 300 ml of whiskey, and then 750, and then 1 liter. And now you become so dependent, you're shaking all over. And now anything that is below that threshold gets you so upset. You're so angry at people, you're so vulnerable, you're so emotional. Now you just need more of that thing to excite you even further. That is the place where most of us are with food. Now at that moment in time, you will create all excuses to just eat that type of food. You will say it is in your genes, and you'll go to the internet and you'll realize there's somebody talking about genes. This person, you support them. Why? Because they relate to you. You move to the next video, they are talking about how depression can actually cause you food addiction. You are there supporting them. Oh, because I am depressed, this is the reason why I'm overeating. But realize this, nobody is coming to get you out of your depressive state. You must fix yourself because depression is a battle inside you. It can't be fixed by external things. No psychiatrist can actually fix depression for you. No medication will fix depression for you. They'll actually make you more depressed. So you must fight through the depression. And it doesn't matter. You will have to fight it anyway, because if you simply get depressed and sit there, you'll die. And nobody cares because nature does not care. It is ruthless. That's why when a lion is injured, the hyenas celebrate. So nature is ruthless. It doesn't care you're depressed. No. And depression is you believing your thoughts. Because if somebody never told you about depression, you'll not even think about depression. Your grandfather's genes could not allow him to actually be depressed. He should be in the farms trying to provide. Look at you being depressed because you think women will now provide. It's a problem for men. And nowadays, about 2 out of 5 men are depressed. If not 3. Alright? So, these are the examples of your addictions. And I hope you can relate. And as you relate, ask those questions. Example number 1 is social media and smartphone. So what is the effects of social media and smartphones to you? Every notification that you're pulling down your phone screen, there's the notification bar to just check out. That is a dopamine hit. Every single one of it. Every text message, every Instagram notification, every TikTok vibe, every share, every like is coming in with a dopamine flash. Dopamine flash. Small but tiny bits of dopamine bursts. Yeah, kidogo kidogo ujaza kibaba, right? And then this small hits, for example, TikTok, you see a notification, you simply check that notification, and before you notice it, you're constantly scrolling the screen. Infinite scrolling. You're never thinking now, you can't concentrate. It's all about gossip, and you have to follow that gossip to the latter because you feel left out already because you're empty. So you feel left out and you want to catch up. Now you're on one channel the whole 8 hours just following gossip. And you will follow gossip. After the gossip, you don't even know what next. Now you'll have to look for what is next now to follow it again. So now it's politics. Now it's Mandamano, because tomorrow is Mandamano. We are at Mandamano. After Mandamano, we are focusing on who got injured. We are focusing on something, the next hit, the next high. And then as we post photos there, we want social media validation. We are so empty that we are posting things so that we be validated. And the more we post, you've seen, a lady posts a photo, they're looking so decent. They'll get about 10 likes or so. They feel bad about it. Now they'll post another photo, and you've realized about 70% of posts that are coming from ladies, if it's a video, they have to turn to show. They have to do a 360. Every lady who shoots a video. And this is the reason why most ladies are so bad at marketing. So bad at marketing because they will put themselves before the product. You've seen on billboards, they are marketing a body lotion, but the body lotion is the least on the billboard. They are the ones who are actually taking over the billboard. I don't know what concept is that. If they are marketing a phone, they'll be in front of that phone. So they actually be yeah. So they have to put some thighs there. They have to put some buttocks. They have to put some titties. And now that has become a trend. And this is the exact trend that's going on with ladies opening OnlyFans accounts, getting on dating sites, because it has actually been normalized. So a lady will post a photo, very decently dressed, they get 10 likes. They feel so bad because they wanted somebody to actually identify this. Now they'll decide to post another photo because they'll check out the internet and see there are women who have posted themselves naked, with their thighs out, with their boobs out, the breasts out, and they have posted a video with them just spinning so that men can last for the buttock. Guess what they'll do? They'll do the same thing. And then they realize immediately you put out that there are always lustful men trying to just hit your inbox. Their inbox will be filled up. So every single minute they are just checking out. You realize even the things that they said, useless things that, what was they saying? What was that trending? There was a trending stuff that useless something. Guys on TikTok understand this better. Useless things that I don't know who got me when they were posting baby daddies and all that. Most of them, actually not most, some of them decided to just post celebrities for no good reason, so that they can get that attention. They can get that validation. Is it useless things I got my baby or something? That was a trending timeline. So they posted other people, and then they realized instantly, hey, useless things I got for my child. Yes. Okay, thank you. So thank you for that. So it was all about that moment. And when the dopamine hit got down, now they realized there's a problem, because now you're being sued. Now you have to come out and apologize. Again, that apology is not real because it's actually going to seek more validation. So most women will do anything for validation because they are so empty. They didn't have a father figure. They were not raised adequately. And most men are doing the same thing. And actually, the one who is encouraging most of this behavior are men. Because the same men that actually did not like the photo that was posted decently are the same men who are flocking her inbox because they have seen the thighs. I go on timelines for these women and you see in the comment section, it's all about all these people who are commenting are men. Then you wonder, what happened to men? What happened to growing up? At doctor, I'm watching you with my grandma. She said, thank you for reversing her diabetes, and now her wound is healed completely. Amazing. 𝗗𝗢𝗣𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡 channel. Doctor, I'm watching with my grandma. She said, thank you for reversing her diabetes. And now her wound is healed completely. Amazing. These are things we live for. And we hope actually tomorrow is a testimonial Tuesday. We hope that this testimony can actually come through so that people get inspired with her story. It's amazing to hear such stories. Oh, thank you so much. So social media, that is one. Now, what is the result of you actually getting to social media to do all these things? Number one, you shorten your attention. Hold back a little bit, God's child. One, you shorten your attention. So there's no attention at all. What is happening with this one? God's child, you want to just pour your secrets here. This is not a gossip channel. Ni nani mulizika tena? Okay. So the results of actually getting these hits on social media. One, shortened attention. You will not concentrate on anything else apart from what is going on with the internet. So you need a detox from social media. You need a detox, a serious detox. Number two, anxiety and even depression. Every time you're going to the internet to see who has done what, who is living how, you see these ladies a lady just came on TikTok the other day and they're now having all these endorsements and they post a lie that, they've purchased this car and now you're depressed for no good reason. And again, an antidepressant is coming in to cause you more depression. Your psychiatrist wants money from you, right? You just realize this. A wounded lion can be eaten even by their hyenas. So it's your role to be stable every single time. The moment you think you're depressed, the psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever trists have money. Yeah, they will extract you as crazy because they will give you all the antidepressants of this world, and those antidepressants will cause you more depression, problems. If you're a man, you get erectile dysfunction, now we give you Viagra. Now we give you more medication and more medication for side effects. So avoid that nonsense, okay? Detoxify from your phone. Just take 1 day, 0 phones. I've seen people getting depressed just because they posted a video and didn't attain 100 likes. I don't know why. Why do you get this? Where do you get these things from? And this for the influencers. Most of the influencers are always chasing something. So they will do anything. You saw them the other day when the betting sites were being closed, when the BCLB announced that, no influencing on terms of betting. All of them held all these press conferences to just have a conversation about this. Oh, how will we survive? This is our unga. I'm like, guys, if you're a creator, why were you chasing an endorsement in the first place? What was the aim? And this is exactly what we are doing all the time. Somebody gives birth today and tomorrow they are posting their child on the internet. A child is 1 day old with an Instagram page. Why? Because they are chasing an endorsement from a diaper company. Celebrities chasing an endorsement from a diaper company. So a child as young as 1 day old, they have an Instagram page, they're already being posted there. So imagine the pressure that is coming in with the Gen Zs. That, when I get a child, before I even get this child, I have to post a video of me delivering, and then I have to post my child and open a YouTube channel for this child so that I can get endorsements. So they are so empty. They are thinking that those endorsements will make them feel better. There was another celeb that posted the child and the entire nation was talking about how ugly the child was. This guy got so emotional, blocking everybody everywhere. But nobody told you to post your child on the internet. I have not mentioned names. I have not mentioned names. But there's a celebrity who's... Hey, Kenyans can be very unforgiving. You post a child and then you, this one, this one. When you have an irregular shape and you want to calculate the volume of that irregular shape, do you guys know how to calculate the volume of an irregular shape? Hey, makosa ni yangu. So you have to take that irregular shaped object and place it in a jar or a cylinder that has water. And then the amount of water that has been displaced, that is the volume. Hey, don't post your children on the internet if you don't want to be told the truth. If you cannot stand the truth, keep your children to yourself. Please, children don't deserve to be on the internet. They don't deserve to be on the internet. So if you want us to actually analyze the volume of the head of your child, we put we put that head in a jar that has water and we measure the displaced water. Keep posting them. You will block us all, but you still be the same person with the same emptiness, just chasing endorsements from one thing to another. Just because you got an endorsement with a betting company, that is actually crazy, because you're actually encouraging people to do betting, and yet you are the mirror of the society. So what are you mirroring? That people cannot just get to, and you see, betting is so addictive because again of the dopamine. People actually, they get excited about how much money they will get, and they forget how much money they're actually putting into this bet. I've seen people saying, "Kama si Bayern, kama si Barcelona. If it was not for Barcelona, I've actually have gotten 100,000 this night." They've forgotten they put 100 shillings as an investment. So the money that belonged to them, they're 100 shillings less, but they were thinking in their head that they were excited about the 25,000 shillings that were coming in. From where? From predicting games? And you see, football is a circus. And we'll talk about it here, because this is just one, social media and smartphones. Football has made people so wicked and so weak, because if Arsenal loses a game, how many people get depressed from losing a bet, from losing their dopamine because they're supporters of Arsenal? Yet imagine a whole man getting depressed because of Arsenal. People kill themselves because of Arsenal. And football is a serious circus. As you focus on football, people are stealing your money somewhere. People are changing things. People are making new policies to bring you new vaccines somewhere. But your mind is always on the Premier League. Mind is always on La Liga. So football is actually a serious circus. You must know how to detach. Football can still be fun without you having to put in emotions. It has messed you up. And that takes us to the next one. Pornography and sexual stimulation. Did you know that there are men, older men, who actually cannot get an erection until they watch porn? Actually, there are actually even younger men nowadays. Until they watch a porn movie, they cannot get an erection. They even forgot about morning erections. So they must trigger themselves to get an erection by watching a porn movie. Do you know that? Do you know there are men who get excited with these crazy things that happen on the internet in terms of pornography, that for them to get an erection, there have to be some pain. So imagine a man being stepped on the back with high heels. So a lady has to walk on your back with high heels so that this man gets an erection. Are you a horse? Because a horse is the one that actually gets an erection after being induced with pain, or a donkey. So the more the pain, the more the erections. So we become animals. Now men leave their offices so early in Nairobi. They head all the way to either Mirema or they head to Ruaka, where they rented houses for these women, these younger women. And the role of these women is just to step on their backs with high heels. Yeah. Hey. What happened to men? Well, you walk into a government office, there is no man. At 9 a.m., they've left the office. So they come into the office at 5. They do some things and then they leave. At 9, nobody's in the offices until 5 p.m. when they're coming to close up the office and go head home to their wives. They go there and a whole man is being whipped. Yes, there are these whips that are used. They're being whipped until their buttocks get red so that they can actually get a single erection. All these things are dopamine hits that actually came from pornography. Ay. Mirema. Ay. Hey, Mirema. Ladies, the things that you do to these men. Hey. The whole man, hey. To just get an erection for at least 3 minutes. Where did the testosterone go to? Where did the erection go to? Dopamine hits. Masturbation is obvious. We can't even ignore it. So pornography is a serious trigger for these dopamine hits. And you realize you can watch one video and masturbate with one video. And men know this very well. You don't want to masturbate Because there's a spirit that's actually controlling you to masturbate. You don't want to masturbate. You know very well you don't want to. That's why after the ejaculation, you start judging yourself. You feel bad about that. But the more you feel bad, the next time you think you're actually masturbating again. Before you even realize it, you're masturbating again. So the more you pass judgment on yourself, the more you fail. Masturbation, pornography, serious things. So, masturbation causes you desensitization of sexual centers. You can't even feel anything until you have that body lotion or that hand of yours or that arimis. It actually makes you have this low self-esteem totally. You all know that. And if you are a woman who masturbates, you get addicted to masturbation, there is no man who can satisfy you because you go to extremes of using electricity. Now, at that moment in time you're using electricity, what man can actually compete with electricity? Your threshold of actually pleasure has gone so high, your dopamine threshold is so high that no man can smash that. It is so high. So what man, you still want a man? What man will actually compete with electricity? If at all now, you shocking yourself, it's not enough. So which man has that power to actually compete with the electricity? So now you have to isolate yourself socially. You even decide to try with other women. Nothing. Now you isolate yourself and just buy those tools, those toys. And sex toys is a whole business in Kilimani. A whole business. You know very well. It is because all of us are so messed up sexually. No wonder KPLC makes a lot of profits. Yeah? So there's always a compulsive behavior attached to masturbation. That's why you end up doing it over and over, over and over. After doing it, you don't want to do it. You didn't feel like doing it because you didn't want to do it. But you fail again. And now you have 4 masturbations in a day. And now you have 8. Now you have 10 times of masturbation in a single day. And it gets worse every time. Until you now suffer erectile dysfunction. Sometimes your penis can break. By the way, did you know a penis can break? Hiya. So what masturbation is going to do to you? It's going to lower your self-esteem. For men, it's going to lower your testosterone levels, which means no motivation to do anything. The only thing you're thinking about is to get bundles, to get on the internet, get more porn sites. It's going to cause you compulsive behavior. So you'll masturbate and that will feed another masturbation episode. It's going to cause you low sperm count. Therefore, infertility is coming in. And even before we even talk about the sperm count, you will not even have the erection because erectile dysfunction is now coming in. And at this moment in time, at least 3 men out of 5 are having erectile dysfunction. And people who actually have erectile dysfunction, men who have erectile dysfunction, are men who are always quick to cheat. They will always try to hang out with different women. Why? Because they know that the new thrill gives them at least an erection. Number 2, they are trying to prove a point. So a man who has erectile dysfunction is a man who has multiple women. Hello? We encourage you to talk to multiple women. Why? Because we want you to build confidence in yourself, the self-esteem. We want you to build your testosterone levels. But we are not encouraging you to talk to women with the intention of taking them to bed. A man who has control over his mouth and his penis has 98% of his problems solved already. We are telling you, talk to multiple women with the intention of understanding how women's psychology works, not with the intention of taking them to bed. Because you will take that woman into bed, and then what? Some of the men, for them to last longer in bed, before a woman comes in, this guy has totally masturbated at least twice. That is the only time he can actually last for about 5 to 10 minutes in bed. Otherwise, and then they blame it on, Kazi, I was busy, I was this, hey. I'm focusing on my goals. Hey, where? Which goals? This is also a goal. Remember the title, man carries sexual satisfaction to your woman. So the earlier you stop masturbating, the better your life becomes. The earlier you stop masturbating, man, the earlier you stop masturbating, the better. And I'm not telling you to just stop once. No, I'm telling you to replace that habit. Start by reducing the episodes of masturbation and then simply enroll a gym. If you feel like your energy is super high, don't use the hand to masturbate. Simply use the hand to go and lift the bars. Go to the gym and lift the bars. You will get gratification from that. Go reconnect with nature. Because later on you'll still come back and say, you know what, I'm unable to actually hold a sexual experience for about 10 minutes. I am unable to actually have I'm actually ejaculating blanks, so I'm unable to make my woman pregnant. And that will be a serious problem. Number 3, gaming and gambling. We've talked about this. I don't even have to repeat this. So gaming and gambling, and this can actually lead you into more problems, because I want you to see, it starts by just fun. Oh, let's have a game, let's play a game. You play a game, the next time you're purchasing another one, the next time you're paying money, the next time you're in debt. So gaming and gambling has actually led more people into more problems. Has broken relationships, have broken families, people have gotten broke as crazy, people have gotten depressed because of this. Because in your head you're thinking of the jackpot outcomes. You've predicted 13 games, put there about 100 or 200 shillings. Now you're waiting for 1 million or 13 million. Where from? And when I used to bet, where? SportPesa. SportPesa. At the time it was the only betting site. And we used to use I think 100 shillings or so. Now, you start betting in the morning, because there are games in New Zealand that play in the morning. I think Newcastle and Brisbane, whatever, those teams, they are playing in the morning. You put a bet from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the night. Now, the first 2 games, you've lost already. Now you have to put there 100 shillings to actually follow up the bet again. By the time it's coming to 2, early kickoff, you've lost again. You have to put in more money again for the game at 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then 10 p.m. So by the end of the day, maybe you've won about 100 shillings or so, or 2,000 shillings, but the amount of money that you've lost trying to follow up these bets, it is so much. But you don't even focus on that. You're focusing on the outcomes. Oh, we would sit down and discuss a multi-bet. We will sit down and discuss the jackpot. Everybody's writing different outcomes. And now we put different bets. Hey? As you put that bet, oh, you've won it. Hey, this is a sure bet. We even buy odds from somewhere. So you have to get into debt to buy odds. See, I mean, if you win that bet, that money you'll still pay back, right? Where? The first day, you've won 6 games in. The second day, the first game, the 7th game is out. Betting. And you get into debt. You get into serious. You guys will quarrel for no good reason. You're now so angry, you even throw away your phone because you're so emotional that, you know what, I would have actually gotten 100,000. And one team has actually messed me up. One team. Those days there were no cash outs. So you'll not cash out. You'll wait until the game is over. Hey? Anyway, so 1. And this one actually comes in hand. Nowadays, you see, there are people who actually support Arsenal. They're not even football fans. They support Arsenal because of betting. So it's all about dopamine addiction. So you're chasing the jackpot, you're chasing a victory, you're chasing that bet, you're trying to level up in that gaming that you're actually doing, the online games that you're doing, guys. You're just trying to level up, beat everybody, feel good. And through that, you're just losing money. So you start to neglect responsibilities. As a man, you neglect responsibilities. Every weekend you're out, and your role is to just stick on the laptop to just see how bets are actually rolling. You're refreshing bets every single time. You get into debt. You even borrow your wife money to bet. And because she's a supportive wife, oh, babe, how much, babe? Then babe gives you money. You even lie to her you're going to invest in something. You have a new venture. And then babe funds your venture. What? Yeah. The same babe will pay the price of funding your venture. The same babe, you come back, you're so depressed. And the depressed man cannot erect. And now, possibly she's in her ovulation period. Hey. Operation kabisa mwanaume. You're like, hey, babe, not today. She's like, You said that yesterday. You even forgot. You actually said the same excuse yesterday. No. You can't use this excuse twice. Change the excuse. Now somebody lies to you. If you take 2 bottles of Guinness, oh my friend, you'll have serious erections. You will pound the arm to satisfaction. You go and take 2 bottles of Guinness, you get a slight erection today because of the psychology. Tomorrow, the flag is still down. Depression. That's how you end up seeking pills. You end up seeking pills every single night. Now you have to pop a pill to get an erection. For how long then? And you forget, as you pop those pills, your blood pressure falls. So if you go ahead and perform so bad, your heart wants to leave the chest. Your heart is beating like crazy. Wewe. Chunga. Betting is crazy. Debts are coming in. Anxiety, depression, broken relationships are coming in. Fraud is coming in because you have to steal from people for you to actually place a bet. And this is multiple. Is this all sided? Those who own betting companies because they're actually excited because they want to make money from you, and those who are actually making a bet, you. All right. And the 4th one is alcohol and drug addiction. This one again, cocaine, heroin, cigarette smoking, Mira has to be it has to be the top of this list. People getting excitement for just having these useless stories the whole night. Now you've disrupted your sleep. Now tomorrow you're so unproductive because of Mira. Then you take Mira with energy drinks, that is sugar, plus some soda, plus some water there, and some 2 groundnuts. And then tomorrow you are unable to pay school fees for your children. This Yvonne, Leon made me lose 1.7 million. So this is how you did not lose 1.7 million. You lost the money that you staked there. You did not lose 1.7 million. No. Leon. So alcoholism and all these things. And alcohol actually is a serious one. Because most people start thinking that alcohol is actually for fun. There's a friend of mine that we used to drink with back then. But this guy nowadays shakes his hands. I didn't know he was that chronically into alcohol. So I met him a month ago. This guy is shaking his hands. I'm like, hey, daktari, what's the problem? He's like, hey, unajua hii vitu tuachia. Those of you who don't get Swahili. So I'm asking this guy, what happened to you? And this guy is telling me, oh, you know this thing that you introduced us to. I'm like, I did introduce you to alcohol. But so you actually blaming me for introducing you to alcohol. And then I'm like, but when I left, why didn't you also leave? Because I lead, you follow. Why didn't you follow me out? He's like, doctor, you know, everybody does not have the same heart as you. And I've realized a lot of people use alcohol as a scapegoat to failure. A lot of people use alcohol as a scapegoat to failure. They are running away from something. So that if you had a very brilliant career that gave you a lot of ego, and now you went into alcoholism, now you're running away from that through alcohol. So that people say, this guy, if it was not for alcohol, kama si pombe, huyu jamaa alikuwa daktari mbaya sana. So you actually running away from something and hiding in alcohol. So it's high time we stop blaming alcohol, because we cannot easily walk out of alcoholism. You can easily, if you decide, you can. But you love your own health. So you are using it to actually guard you from your own failures. But the moment you realize in life there's no success and there's no failure, you will come out of that alcoholism. The moment you realize that you can actually feel good and be better inside you without having to get external validation, you will be a better man. Because men and women are constantly seeking company when they buy others' alcohol. A man will go into a bar, buy alcohol, knowing that in this bar there will be women. A woman goes into a club to make sure that they can get company. And then they say, oh, you know what, I love music. You don't love music. You love the club. And you love your hell. So stop lying. Stop saying, oh, alcohol made me this. Oh, if not alcohol, this guy would have been a different person. No, you are the same person. You, that alcohol, there are people who actually drink it and they're still better. Why you? The next one is what McKenna was saying, shopping and materialism. Anything materialistic has a dopamine hit attached to it. Buying a car gives you dopamine hits. Achieving a goal, dopamine hits. Going for online shopping, going for even shopping, natural shopping, physical shopping, dopamine hits. You feel good after shopping, and you realize you want to feel good again and again and again. This has led to your celebrities getting into debts and debts and debts. There was one who was trending, just asking for money from other people to actually fund her flashy lifestyle and shopping. A lady who just got a job just because she dances. Imagine that. And she did not get a job to dance. She got a job on radio. A profession that is going to die very soon because online media is actually taking over. So now for you to actually get a job in a radio station, you must be either a comedian or you must actually be a dancer. So you must actually shake your buttocks on the internet. Or there's another one who eats everything. Imagine, hey, what are we raising? There's a lady who eats everything. hey. Eats everything and then gets an endorsement. So what are your children watching on the internet? You people who think you're so civilized that you give your children phones. They are watching that there's a girl who actually ate everything and got on the internet and became famous and got a job. So I don't have to go this longer route. I have to seek this instant gratification. So what should I do? Let me show out my breasts. I'll get an endorsement from a bra company, right? I have these good breasts. Let me show them out. If I don't get an endorsement from these bra companies, I'll get an endorsement from men. They will rent me a house in Mirema, or they rent me a house in Ruaka or Ruai, and I'll be there just stepping on their backs because I showed some breasts. Anyway, money is everything, right? Money is everything. Is it not? Money. Hey. Anyway, let me bring you some conversation. So we are always running away from something. Always. Constantly running away from ourselves. But the more you run away, you're running away with that same identity. Even if you go to Canada, you're still the same person with the same identity. So Canada shall welcome you there. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we are having a testimonial Tuesdays. So 8:30, be here with your testimony. Inspire others. Who is this? This is Ethel. Ethel, are you there? Is it Ethel or Ethel? Know some of your names, yeah. Ethel, are you there? Ethel was passing by. Let's take some break for that. Now, this type of merchandise are present in Menti House. These mugs, we have the water bottles, we have fermented cabbages, we have roasted coffee. You can actually get into Menti House, second floor, shop number 6, T. There's a gentleman there called Brian Omwenga. Very diligent gentleman. He will serve you right. He live haitaki makasiriko. It's true, brother. James, he haitaki makasiriko. If you come here with makasiriko, oh, you coming, yeah, doctor is saying this. You know, doctor says, you know, doctor looks very harsh on the internet. You know, doctors are not supposed to be harsh. Realize this. I am not harsh. I'm being honest with you. And I must whip some nonsense out of your head. Okay? Yeah. So anyway, from next week on Tuesday, we are in Nairobi again. It has become very short. So we are in Nairobi from Tuesday, the 24th. So you can simply start booking your appointments now for the physical consultations in Nairobi. The number is 0707074722. That is our number for physical consultations that will start on 24th all the way to the 4th of July in Nairobi. 2 weeks in Nairobi. Welcome those people on board so that we can actually start doing this. Thank you so much for those of you who referred people to us. Thank you so much for those of you who encourage people to join our weight loss programs. We started the 2-month program. And again, 2 weeks from now, I think on the 15th of next month, a 3-month program is starting. So again, you can start booking that through the same contact. The weight loss program that is starting on July 15th, 3 months. We have the physical consultations in Nairobi that are starting next week on Tuesday. So yes, make it happen for yourself and for us. It's always amazing to roll these conversations with you. Karibu sana. Anybody who wants to roll a conversation with us, you're free to do so. And anybody who has a question, you can put in the comment section, or you can request to be a guest on my TikTok platform. I can bring you in and we have a conversation. Tomorrow we are having a testimonial Tuesday. Come in, bring your testimony to inspire other people. Thank you. Thank you. So as we wind up, I've seen somebody requesting to be a guest here. Let me see. So it's weird. It's weird that all these addictions that we have are hailing from one center. Most of you didn't even know that. Katimi.
Hi, Doc.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, I'm good. Long time.
Long time. Talk to us.
Yeah, you talked about addictions.
Yes.
And I've actually noticed that I've become very addicted to peanuts because
Yeah.
I love like having them for breakfast. And
Okay.
even if I normally buy a pack of 200 grams and
Yeah.
I make sure I want to eat them for 3 days, just a handful.
Yeah.
But there are days I just feel like they can't stay in the house and me in the house. One of us has to be out.
Okay.
So anyway, is it a good addiction?
It is not. There's no good addiction. You must have control over your addictions. Number one, understand this. When you feel more than you think, you're on the wrong path.
Yeah.
Yeah, your feelings have to be guided by how you... Listen to this. That any addiction is coming in by you allowing your mind to control your body. So the moment you understand...
Yeah, I have noticed that. And so what I normally do is that like on Fridays, I don't buy them. So I stay the whole weekend without having peanuts in the house. And
yeah, that's a good idea.
I have noticed because
that's a good idea in the beginning.
It bothers me because if I have portioned them for 3 days and I end up eating them within a day, I feel bad about it. I feel like I'm dropping the ball.
That is the problem. The problem is you feeling bad about doing that. Because the moment you feel bad about doing something, it basically means you've passed a judgment over yourself. Now, when you pass a judgment or when you have an opinion about something, that's when you fail terribly. So if you want to overcome an addiction, you've done well already by starting to drop it during the weekends. So you've limited the amounts that you take in terms of the days. That was a good step. Now the next step is replace that habit. For example, you can start by doing this. You don't snack on these nuts. You simply take a handful of nuts before a meal. So that you eat a handful and then you go ahead and eat fatty meats or eggs that are satiety foods. So by the time you're finishing your meal, you don't feel going back to eat the nuts again. Number two, you buy what you can actually handle. You don't buy so much nuts knowing that I have addiction for nuts. Number three, you start by substituting that with either an avocado or fermented foods. For example, when you're breaking a fast, instead of you going and taking the nuts, today you take nuts, tomorrow you take fermented cabbage, the following day you take an avocado to break the fast. And then make sure you have a gap between meals.
Okay.
A gap of 6 to 8 hours between meals is very important in terms of helping you to reset your dopamine receptors. And some days, just do one meal a day.
I do have that.
Yeah.
Because my last meal is normally at 4. And so in the morning around, I think 12 is when I start eating. And so I will have a handful of nuts and maybe a cup of tea. But I feel like I need to eat more. As long as they're there, I feel I want more.
No, do this. Don't take a handful of nuts and then take tea. Simply eat a handful of nuts and then eat a serious meal, a whole meal. So that you get the satisfaction.
I think that's where I go wrong because I push my meal up to 4. I eat only a snack of nuts at 12 and then I eat my proper meal at 4.
Yeah, because you need the satiety from these nuts and the food. So eat a handful of nuts and go ahead and eat maybe 4 eggs plus veggies and an avocado, or eat the fatty meats, so that now you attain your satiety. Once you attain the satiety, you don't need to go back and snack on the nuts, because snacking is actually eating.
Yeah.
Hey, the body does not understand that you snacked. The body knows you ate. So simply do a handful of nuts, and then 10 minutes later, eat your food, your whole course meal. Once you've done that, you keep rehydrating with salt and water until the next meal. And then don't overbuy them. Don't go into a supermarket and buy a whole pack of nuts and then stock them in the house. Nuts are not a joke. Yeah, they're not a joke.
I know.
Yeah, I see people frying nuts during the weekend, a whole bucket of nuts. And then they're sitting there saying, oh, you know what, I'll simply take a handful of nuts from this bucket. It's a lie. It's a lie. And then you realize...
I know. But anyway, that's been my struggle.
Have you pushed a prolonged fast before?
Yes, I pushed 3 days. Last weekend, I started on actually 4 days. I did Thursday.
Okay.
No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I broke it on Saturday.
Oh, good. Slowly but carefully. Do not be in a hurry. Do not pass a judgment on yourself when you overeat the nuts. Simply move forward and always stay present. Right now, are you eating nuts?
No, I'm not.
That means you're not addicted to nuts, because you can survive without them. So stay present every single time, okay?
All right then. Thank you so much.
Amazing. It is so easy when you start staying present. Listen, it's so easy when you start being present. The problem is when you pass a judgment when you have an addiction. Let's say you masturbate. The moment you ejaculate and you pass a judgment over yourself, oh, this was not right. And then all these ideas of Dr. Lewis start coming into your head. And then you clearly form a judgment over yourself. You will fail multiple times. You will not learn. So if it happens, don't ever pass a judgment on yourself. Simply understand that you have no control over some things because there's a spirit in you that actually controls you to do things. So what do? Stay present. You're not masturbating now. Stop regretting. Be better in the present. Be better in the present. The moment you stop thinking about the future, the past, what people have put in your head about these things, the easier it becomes for you. And that's how you start beating these addictions. So start small and grow into it gradually. Start reducing the frequency and grow into it gradually. Number 2, there is no quick fix to anything. Do not be somebody who is constantly awaiting for instant gratification. It's not going to happen. Life is designed to be a process. Walk through the process. It's a painful transition, but walk through it. Endure the pain. Because that's the only time you'll know going back is a crime. Endure it. No delayed, no immediate gratification. Be always somebody who is trusting the processes so that gratification comes in later. Once you start doing that, you start resetting your dopamine receptors. And of course, reconnect with nature. Replace these unnatural dopamine hits with the natural ones. For example, in the evening, sit back and just enjoy the sunset. Go visit your grandparents. You'll get an addiction from that. You'll get a dopamine hit from that, which will make you feel better. Have a good conversation with your family across the table. When you're eating your meal, eat together and have these good conversations. Put your phones aside. Nowadays, a son is on the phone, a daughter is on the phone, mothers are on the phones, fathers are on the phones, everybody's on the phone. No meaningful conversations, no bonding at all. Then you start wondering, your daughter has been a crazy person, a drug addict all through, you've never known. Your son is gay, but you've never known. Because they saw another gay boy trying to do this gay stuff on TikTok, and then they got endorsements with alcohol companies. And alcohol companies are very, very well known of endorsing this gay behavior. So they endorse these gay activists and then lesbian activists to actually come in and market alcohol so that they destroy your children. And then these companies fund the organizations that actually fund these behaviors. So your son got that information online. On that dinner table, as you're eating that meal, you didn't even concentrate on the meal. You didn't. All you were doing was just the phone. Everybody's on gossip. And then you're a depressed generation. From father to child, all the generation are depressed. So, go and reconnect with nature. Go and look for natural hits of dopamine. The sunset, the rivers. Go and walk on rivers. Go for hikes. Walk barefoot during weekends. Oh, you'll feel so nice. And then, men, talk to women as many as you can. Not with the intention of taking them to bed, but with the intention of building your confidence back and building your testosterone. Understanding the psychology of women. You see that? Now big men will come in my book say, oh, doc, I heard you saying we can talk to, I heard you saying we can talk to multiple women. I went out and got an STD. I'm like, I did not say that. You went and put your dipstick in every hole. Now you're saying, I said that. I told you to go and talk to women with no intention of taking them to bed. Have an intention of understanding women's psychology. But look at you, popping your penis into every hole. And now, doc, you said, doc did not tell you to do that. Yeah? The doc, you said, Hey, doc, how do a nursing mom fast? I don't understand that. A nursing mom, basically a breastfeeding mother. Jenny, is that what you're asking? A breastfeeding mother, a 2 meal a day is enough. As long as you're eating high protein diet and nutrient dense foods at noon and in the evening, you'll produce all the breast milk. Don't be lied to that when you drink milk, you'll produce more milk. There is no tube that connects your mouth to the nipple. No. Oh, you drinking chocolate, you produce milk. Oh, you eat a lot of food to get energy and produce. That's a lie. Hello, Dr. Alice. How are you? Do 2 meals a day at noon and in the evening is enough. You don't need that super energy to breastfeed. No. Hey. 2 2 meals a day is enough. The system has messed us up so much. So don't be that person who actually gets crazy ideas from the system. All right. Doc umesema we talk to women. Yes, I meant that, Nelson. Talk to women with the intention of understanding women's psychology, building your confidence as a man, and then it will help you actually win off some of these addictions like masturbation. Because a man who masturbates, their hands, you can even feel it. They shake your hand with their fingers. They don't have a strong handshake of a man. You've seen those men who just shake your hand this way. Like, you're like, hey, bro, I did not even shake your hand. What is happening? Why are you in a hurry? Where are you going to? He's in a hurry to go and masturbate. When they write chaotically. You can easily see they can't space words, they can't finish words, they're writing short forms and all that. Where did manners go to? Why are you in a hurry? Instant gratification, right? No, don't do that. Don't do that. If you're shaking a man's hand, make sure you establish dominance. Shake that man's hand. You've seen others applying lip gloss on the internet. Applying lip gloss on the internet. I'm like, as much as we want to say, we are not judging. Yeah, as much as we are not judging, we are looking at this, we're saying, this one, yes, Kekeli.
Hello, Doc.
Hello, how are you?
All is well.
Amazing.
All is well.
Talk to us.
Now, I have a question about, there are those groups we call self-help, like somebody is having peanut addiction,
Yes.
I am having the same addiction,
Yeah.
and then we join as a group together and we meet and we talk about how best to fight this addiction.
Yes.
What's your opinion about it? Or is it really help, or it's just
First things first. Never ever, for heaven's sake, on this side of heaven, never ever have an opinion about anything. Because once you have an opinion, you've picked sides. When you pick sides, evil controls you. So never have an opinion. You can make a comment, but never have an opinion, okay? So the reality is this. When you join a support group, I hope that's what you're talking about.
yeah.
When you join a support group, you're joining a support group for what goal? Because at the end of the day, whatever is happening outside you is none of your business. Your business is inside you. So even if you join 1,000 support groups to help you maintain your goals in terms of winning off addictions and all that, you still be the same person. So the decision has to start with you, okay? It has to start from inside you. And then that decision will extend to the people that will attract around you. The problem is we are constantly being lied to that, you know what, you've come out of these addictions, you've come out of a rehab, you need a support group. Who is here to support you? Everybody is here to exist and go. So if any case, most support groups, people find themselves in a support group because of misery. Misery loves company. And if you want to be in a support group, well done. Be in a support group. But always know that it's not about the support group. It's about individual goals. Nobody's coming to pull you from your addictions. Nobody's going to push you out of your comfort zone. You have to do it on your own. The support group can actually act to just maintain your bearing here and there. Sometimes it can actually depress you, because I've run all these support groups and you've seen it. That sometimes people are fasting, others are just turning on the apps and they're eating. It's all about individuals. You must fix yourself, because the world outside you does not care. It is none of your business. So if you choose to join a support group, well done. But however, understand that I'm going here, but my goals are personal.
Yeah.
Goals are
Personal.
yes. So it doesn't matter however deep you want to be, however big that cycle is. You walk into a rehab and see. A rehab is actually a support group. Just walk into a rehab and see how people are more depressed there. People are putting up so much weight. And look at people in support groups that are actually financial, or these chamas, or these merry-go-rounds. Any group. People are relying on group psychology. They think a group is supposed to make them better. If you get into a group when you are better already, you will actually add value to that group. But you get into a group when you are empty, you're actually going to suck energy from that group. So you're a waste of time for that group. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Amazing. Did she say something to say? Dr. Ali says, fine. I am a witness. I lost weight so fast after getting my second baby because I avoided overeating. Now listen to me. When ladies constantly blame it on a pregnancy or baby fat, I really whip them so hard, because baby fat, you 4 years after pregnancy and you're still complaining about baby fat. How is that even happening? Simply stop overeating. Simply just edit your kitchen. Just do 2 meals. You will actually lose that fat so fast. Let me not call it baby fat. You lose that fat so fast. You will produce enough breast milk, and you'll be in good shape so fast for your man. Now the problem is, you add weight, you put up so much weight, and you expect the same man to react to you as though you're still the same woman that he met. You have to put in the work. You owe him that anyway. Yes, this is who? This is Serengo. Serengo or Sereño? Sereño.
Yes, Dr. How are you?
All is well. How are you?
I've followed you for the longest, actually, from when you started baby steps.
Amazing.
And there is one thing I'm going to say.
Yes.
Is that since you started debunking several narratives that are being put up.
Yes.
Regarding
yes.
Dieting, most the thing actually which you emphasize is about fasting, you know.
Yeah.
And if you are not aware, there are so many people whom you've met to also acknowledge.
Yes.
That truly, the elephant in the room is fasting.
Yeah.
Than everything else that is being done.
Yeah.
So, from where I sit, for you, you might be able to see. I've realized that so many people who have come on TikTok, you know, talking about health and fitness, they have started to speak from what you've said.
Yeah.
Over time, which they have been actually living in denial.
Yeah.
So it's a big problem for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And as I finish, you know, people think that when you say something, it's just views.
Yeah.
Maybe for mileage. The few who have followed it realize that what you say to them is not for personal aggrandizement, it's just for their benefits.
Yeah.
We met 3 or 4 people whom I've told that me, I might not tell you much, but I want you to go follow someone who is so and so.
Mm-hmm.
And I was glad that they followed you, but they didn't me.
Yeah.
So when I went into some other person's house, I realized that he has fully changed his kitchen.
Amazing.
Like, okay, I used to find things left, center, and right here, you know. I realized that we're following you low key.
Yeah.
And for me, it was, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people actually who are influencing out here, even the white people.
Yeah.
I realized that, and I think in the near future, I'll show you the kind of people who are following you, because what you're telling them,
yeah,
it is so many people that they thought they knew, but they don't know. So, a lot of applause for you that time.
Man, I appreciate, man. Thank you. Those are very great sentiments, and I appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Amazing. Amazing. Nice to hear such things. That can actually boost my dopamine. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Reño. That was amazing. Now, listen, guys. I know. If I was to feed on views, I think by now I'll be starving. If I was to feed on views, I'll be dead right now, because you guys are mean with views and likes and all that. But gossip channels have all the views and all the numbers. I am just lucky that actually I made it this far, because people, actually those people who follow my gospel secretly are more than people who actually practice what I say. Like literally who come out and speak about it. So I understand from the beginning, everybody was afraid to come out with these things. So I only acted as a source of, or a voice that will actually wake people up. And now, you know, hey, let me tell you guys, I've been discussed in nutritionist groups, WhatsApp groups and nutritionists. I've been discussed. Hey, I've been discussed in family groups. I've been labeled names. I've been accused of breaking marriages and all that. All these things, I get them. I've seen all the negative energy on my Facebook. But the weird part is I still find this negative energy and people still follow me. I wonder what happens. I've had all the... So coming in this social media space to preach any gospel in terms of diets, nutrition is not as complicated as you think it is. But coming out with the boldness of saying these things, you have the fear that doctors will come after you. You have the fears that pharmaceutical companies and the food industry will come after you. You have the fear that fans might take you so bad because you're always empty and you're seeking validation. I didn't come here to seek validation. I came here to share what I have so that secondary to that, people get changed. And actually, every time I go to Nairobi for my physical consultations, about 50% of my clients are referrals. Why? Because when I take time to actually give you service, I do it wholeheartedly. And I do it because I want the best for you. And the beauty is me earning a living from solving a human problem. Do you know how many people have suffered medical conditions for the longest period of time? Today, I was lucky to meet a woman who has actually survived diabetes and diabetic foot. I'm in the northern region. Imagine that. In the northern region, rice, spaghetti, seed oils, sugars are everything. But this is a woman who never met me before, but she heard about me on the internet. She tried to follow it. She had been diabetic for about 19 years and with a diabetic foot. And that diabetic foot actually ate her up to an extent that she's now walking on a, she has these, are they called crutches? So she's on crutches. Eaten all the toes. And then she had me talking about the side effects of insulin. A video that was pulled down long time ago. I remember I did a live on that video, and then I just cut a short part and posted on TikTok and on my platforms. And it was taken down on TikTok when it got to 1 million views plus. Because of course some people did not get so good with it. So she followed that video and then followed me to YouTube. And then watched the video that I posted there. I posted I think 2 years ago about how to reverse hypertension and diabetes and obesity comprehensively. She got better. And she came with a prescription in the hospital. A prescription that she was constantly refilling for metformin and then for Triviamet and then for insulin. So she has all these placed in a very, very clear paper. So they are still very new. A lot of prescriptions. She tells me, Daktari, I don't know. Maybe me just being here to say hi to you should be an enough gratitude to you. I don't have anything to give you. No, I don't. But maybe let me explain what I've done so that you actually know I have actually been your supporter all through. I don't support you financially, but I support myself by just watching your videos. And I hope that that can actually be enough support for you. I share your videos when I can. I help other people in my space and then I tell them, go and watch this guy. So if that is not enough support, I don't know how to support you further. But that is what I can actually do. But this is what you did. These are my images when I started. This is what has happened to me now. This was me with the diabetic foot, and this is me now on the recovery process. And to be honest with you, this has been about 4 months and 1 week of no insulin therapy. I was like, my day is made. I don't want anything else. My day is totally made. I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't need anything. This is somebody we've never met. We are meeting for the first time. That was the time we were meeting for the first time in a hospital setup. So she came all the way to just pass her greetings. It was just amazing. It was amazing. And then she comes in with the son. And she says, this is the one that actually I put him on this because I wanted him to follow suit so that I don't pass my genes to him. Even though I know Dr. you say it is not in genes. I was just playing safe. So this son of mine is in Form 3, but this one can explain this dash to you. He's the one who goes and fetches ghee for me in the supermarket. I was so excited. It's so blessing. It's a blessing to me, like literally. My mother is free from diabetes. This is who? This is Vida Francis. My mother is free from diabetes because of you. This platform is my healing place. And you guys think I'm joking. It's actually pinned here. Live long, 𝗗𝗢𝗣𝗣. Amazing. And then somebody comes in and tells me, oh, you know, the big farmer will put a bullet in the head. I tell them, you know, these are the prayers that you people miss. I get a lot of prayers every single day. Welcome to Hero. This is Fini 555. Welcome to Hero Fini. The new member is in town. Karibu sana. Are you an authority? A question we were asked by someone in the gym. Imagine that. Because you're trying to just push the message into their heads. Stop eating 5 meals a day. It's not important. Hey, but the gym bimbos, the gym bros are there flexing, popping steroids, drinking themselves and guzzling on energy drinks and protein shakes to just grow fat. Aye. You have been a blessing in disguise for so many people out here without your knowledge. 100%. Thank you so much, Serenio. I appreciate that. Oh, you guys don't have an idea. Listen, just you sharing our videos is enough. Oh, is enough. I came in understanding the assignment. I knew there were a lot of evil people out here. I understood that assignment, and I knew I'm going to find a hard time pushing this message to the people. And if you realize, my first video I did on TikTok, I was talking about how milk is useless. Oh, those who take milk for calcium, those who go to the gym and drink a packet of milk every day, they came at me guns blazing. Literally, then they think that they've been taking this milk all through, and some of them have had fractures. Where from? And now we've just grown slowly and steadily. And you know what? It's all because of you guys. I don't push this agenda to anybody. I just come here and rant. I just come here and tell you what I know about health. I am not so good at research. I'm not a specialist of anything, no. But I know what I do. And I'm so good at it. I am so good at it. We've run this platform this 2.5 years now. Running this platform. We're almost getting into the 3rd year. Yeah? If we were to give up, we'll have given up the 10th day. When we put up the first video. It was crazy energy out there. 𝗗𝗢𝗣𝗣𝗑, you're the best. Just accept that. Yeah. If you say, now Jorog, if you say that, why not? But for me saying I'm the best, no. There's nothing I've done. I've simply come out with information and people decided to follow the information. You see that? So I actually appreciate it when I walk into Nairobi. My friends, it's crazy in Nairobi. Sometimes I get into Nairobi and I walk into Imenti House, just go and check on my merchandise at Brian Mwenga's place. And the energy that I'm getting from Nairobi is just crazy. It's crazy, my friends. And the reason is not me. It's the message that is out there. Because people are loyal to the message that I'm preaching. It's not about me. The only point is maybe I look what I preach. Because I try as much as possible to maintain that lifestyle so that I actually encourage you. And I've walked with you through the journey. You've seen my journey already. I've shared my stories. I've shared everything that I share on these platforms is a personal story of somebody who is close to me who has gone through it. So it relates to you and you start seeing it. I use relative and good examples, life examples that happen to you people in hospitals because I work there. You changed my life, Doc. This is Nehemiah. Oh, Rita. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you changed your life. You know that? I simply pointed you to the direction of light and you followed the light. So you actually deserve the credit. I saw a lady who is on injections for weight loss and she later restocked protein powder to make protein shakes. Imagine that. Imagine. Eh? Nowadays, I see people singing my stories on TikTok. I'm just sent some videos on my inbox. That, you know, Doc, this one, are you working with this one? Listen, I'm not working with anybody. Okay? I'm not working with anybody. I just get this information also just the same way you get it. Somebody sends a video to me and tells me, hey, Doc, this one is preaching the same gospel as to you. The weird part is, most of them are actually selling things and using my videos. They just use my video and then they sell their products. I know. My people know me by my voice and my sound. I'm not Jesus. But people know our advocacy. They know. My people are not stupid. You cannot con my people. No, it's not easy. Our friend has prostate cancer. Is it reversible? Listen, nobody's late for healthcare. Nobody's late for healthcare. Doctor, you taught me about keto diets and tallow oils. Bwana, if you see me now, my life is terrible shite. Sebi. Is it what? Seblikov. Hey, what a name. Some people are saying, tallow solidifies on a plate. So if it solidifies on a plate, I can't take it. It smells bad. At your fermented cabbage, is it not rotten? Right now, everybody is singing fermented cabbages. Right now, everybody is taking tallow. And in a short period of time, there will be absence of ghee, there will be absence of tallow because people are waking up. But the good thing is, nature cannot allow you to go into deficiency. We will never have less cows. We will never have less goats. Never. The only thing that we have less are the food industries and the medication industries because people are being liberated. And the same people are my defense. Doc, what about magnesium supplements? Are they good? When you're taking supplements, you're basically not eating foods because there is no supplement that is absent in food. Magnesium is rich in pumpkin seeds, is rich in nuts, is rich in avocados and green leafy vegetables. So you opt, you eat the foods or you go and buy supplements. The choice is yours. However, if you're still fixing your gut, you can take magnesium supplements to help you ease up on blood pressure, to help you get eased up on anxiety so that you have good sleep initially. But once you fix your gut, eat foods. It's that simple. Fifi Rose, live long daktari, Nico conference and I'm being asked, why am I serving food as if I'm suffering? Now I want to organize a consultancy for my parents, one-on-one. Amazing. When you go into those conferences and you're serving your green leafy vegetables, steamed vegetables, plus pieces of meat, but unfortunately they make meat in the seed oils. People start looking at you and they're thinking, this one, so you're on diet. You must be a Dr. Levy's follower. People who are obese, they can't buy the information. They're like, utachoka, you just get tired. I mean, you've done this before. And then they see you having this glowing skin. They see you having all this energy in the morning. They are yawning in the office while you're actually doing the right thing. You're energetic when they are zero in energy. They are sleeping in those conferences when they went there to make policies to change things. But they are sleeping. You're there, you're active. Hey, my friend. You're oozing this wisdom. I know my follower through their handwritings. You sit there on a table, run a discussion with a nutritionist. They're like, in their heads, they're thinking, are you a nutritionist? Now, ego settles in. And the only thing they start saying, you are not a nutritionist. You are not a doctor. You are not this. Now, we tell you this for free. All those things you're saying, we are them. All those things you're saying, you are qualified, right? We are qualified. So what else do you want? We qualified, we practiced it, and we denounced it. Now we are doing something different. How about you? So you're still 10 steps behind. Relax. You will catch up. Oh, you're not a nutritionist. Okay. No, we are not mainstream nutritionists. We don't even want to be. It has not worked for you. Why would it work for us? We say, thank you. Asante-san. Next time. All right. Good evening, Doc. I started following you last month. Amazing. I ordered ghee and avocado oil. I started cooking our foods with ghee. My family is enjoying the food. No more seed and vegetable oils. Thank you. Elsie, my pony. What are you saying? What are you saying? Ghee tastes bad until you try it. Oh, it's so amazing. Food tastes so good. Mint LAO. I have 2 converts. One has reversed his type 2 diabetes after adopting OMAD and dropped carbs. He dropped so much weight, people said he's sick. Now his pals have joined the club. Amazing. Amazing. We lead, they follow. And once they see the results, they bring other people on board. We are not interested in being so many people, no. We are interested in changing one person at a time, just one. Just one, because we want that one evidence, we want that one statistic. Oh, you think we want to get to 100,000? No, we don't. We want to change one person, just one. Right? Just one. It's been 2.5 years and we are here. We didn't even plan to be here because we stay present. We don't live in the future. And we are here changing lives, one person after the other. And then you should see how my students preach their gospels. You should see how they stand there confidently teaching other people about health. I'm just like, that is my guy. That is my guy. So that was the intention. The intention was not me to monopolize this information. No. The intention was bring it out, help people learn. Once they learn, let them become better. And when they become better, they attract better. It's that simple. Just become better and see how much energy you attract towards yourself. It's so simple. Oh, and now they thought, it's all about dropping wheat, seed oils and all that. They realized, on Friday, we are in Identity Fridays, fixing other people's energies. They're like, reincarnation. This guy just died and woke up before they realized we are somewhere else. Okay, so how many times shall they also reincarnate? How many times? Now everybody's talking about Identity Fridays. And by the way, if you're missing out on shows on Friday, you're missing out on a lot. That's a human workshop. Uncle Chile, spitting wisdom, changing your life for the better, easing up on the tension inside you to convert you into a whole being so that everything starts inside you. Everything has to start from inside you. We fix the within, and then without just comes naturally. Are you depressed? Join a Friday show. Do you think you have anxiety? There. You have false identities? There. Are you having problems with your siblings? Get there. Do you hate and resent your mother and your father? Yes, of course, get there. Do you have anger? Amazing. See you on Friday. Identity Friday is something else. So we fix you holistically from inside out. How can you match that energy? How? Wachana nayo. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Doc. I'm David. It's now been 8 months since I started hitting the gym and eating healthy. I've been using ghee for the past year, and I've dropped from 78 kgs to 61 kgs. I love it here. Amazing. David, keep going, bro. Keep going. Build that muscle. Until they start saying, this one is on steroids. Tell them it is food steroids. We don't take steroids as tablets. We don't take protein shakes. We build muscles. We always appreciate delayed gratification. We don't want instant gratification. So if you want to take the steroids, if you want to build muscle and eat 5 meals a day, well and done, go and do it. We shall be here waiting for you to come back, and we shall whip you hard. And the moment you play a victim, we shall be there. So yes, you can forget everything we've talked about in this life, but don't forget the solutions. Solution number 1, we've said start small and grow into it. Anytime you want to win an addiction, start small. Just start where you are and continuously improve. Anzia hapo pale uko, continuously improve. Start slow and continuously improve. Replace those bad habits with a healthy habit. If he's drinking alcohol in the evening, simply enroll a gym. If he's having all these hangouts during weekends, simply go for a hike during weekends. Replace the healthy habits, the bad habits with a healthy habit. Do not ever drop just a habit that way. You will fall again because of the withdrawal symptoms. So replace bad habits with healthy habits. That is number 1. Then start slow and grow into it. Number 2, there is no quick fix. Do not be somebody who always is running for quick gratification or immediate gratification. Be a person who likes delay. You will laugh last, but you will laugh the loudest and the longest. Boys, men here, have you ever realized if you walk into a new environment, every lady there is beautiful? Have you ever realized that? And also, the new girl in town is always the most beautiful. Give her about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then you see, kumbe hata yeye hajui kufast. Kumbe hata yeah, but the moment she comes in, she's the Mona Lisa of the town. You're like, every man wants to go there. Give her 2 weeks. You're like, this would have been the worst mistake. But again, we say here, talk to her, okay? Talk to her, not with the intention of taking her to bed. No, talk to her to understand psychology of women. You will understand, actually, most women cheat when they get into a new environment. It's just an excitement, the dopamine. Anyway, that is number 2. No instant gratification. Number 3, reconnect with nature. Simply go walk through the rivers barefoot, walk during the weekends barefoot. All right? Go hug some trees. Go do natural activities. Go even into the farm with your bare feet. That's why we say, Make sure when you get some few chums, some few coins, buy a piece of land. Control what you're eating. Control your lifestyle from that shamba. Sometimes sit back and just watch the sunset. Have good quality time with your family. These are the things that actually make you better. At a certain pastor says, all women are beautiful from midnight. and there's this disco lights when they shine on these women with a white dress or a red dress. You're like, where, Mimi? I'm going to actually just give her my pay slip. I'm tired. Let me just hand her the entire pay slip. Let her deduct. Let her be the KRA. Kumbe hiyo ni pombe na kuongelesha. Dopamine addiction. Wewe. Okay? All right. Another one we've said, have a routine. This is very important. You see, in my platforms, we've talked about CPD. Consistency, patience, and discipline. Have a routine. If you wake up at 6 every day, wake up at 6 every day. For us, they know. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We wake up at 5:30 or 5 sometimes. And we do that. Why? Because we want to actually work out. So we work out on Monday, we work out on Wednesday, and on Friday. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, those who want to go for a morning run, we do go for a morning run. So you wake up, you do a silent prayer. And we've talked about a silent prayer. If you've not understood the silent prayer, go on my platforms on YouTube. It's called Uncle Chile. You will be explained to. There's a silent prayer there. Go and just listen to it. So wake up in the morning. Don't rush anywhere. Sit upright and do a silent prayer. Go and work out. Take a cold shower. A chapter a day. And then go and earn a living. And then from there, just fast. Do 2 meals or 1 meal a day. During the weekends, you're doing a 48-hour fast every single weekend. Imagine that. Is working out 15 minutes okay? Yes. Nas faith. It's not even about working out for 15 minutes. It's about you waking up every single day consistently. It doesn't matter if you work out or not. Just wake up and stare at your dumbbells. You will work out eventually. Trust me. Just the same way you walk into the gym with no motivation of working out. You get there and you work out without even wanting to. And then you come out feeling so good. Dopamine. Healthy dopamine. Natural ones. All right? So have a routine. Consistency, patience, and discipline. They are key. Don't fast today and then next week you're creating excuses to eat wheat. No, drop those things totally and then just fast consistently. You don't have to be perfect, but just encourage yourself to be consistent. You will see amazing results in about a month or so. All right? Encourage yourself to meditate and have the silent prayer. It's very important. And then constantly stay present. Stay present. Don't even think about the future. Don't think about the past, because both of which you don't have them. Stay present and work on yourself in this moment in time. And if you're unable, seek advice from professionals. Don't be afraid to book an appointment with people who are actually professionals. Check out their track record, book an appointment, go there, have a conversation with these people. Ask all the questions, because you've booked an appointment. Ask those questions that are relevant. Get answers. And most importantly, let your therapist be a person who actually helps you find solutions. If there's somebody who tells you to go down on your knees to pray for you, run. Oh, at the prayer, let's make a prayer. Which prayer? You're praying from your thoughts, not from your heart. Staki maombi, I can do a silent prayer. We need real solutions. Don't go to church and put your knees down. No, I'm telling you this. I'm not warning you to not go to church, but I'm telling you, if you totally want solutions out of depression, it's a spiritual battle, yes. But spirituality is inside you, it's not in a building. So seek support from therapists, from the groups like Kekeli, I just mentioned it. But when you're going into that group, understand that you're going into that group as an individual. So your goals are personal. And then break camp and advance. Oh, you cannot be an addict in the same group of people and still there and you're saying, I'm a better addict. No. If 7 of your friends are fat, you're the 7th one. You're the 8th one. If you have 6 depressed friends, of course, you're the 7th one. If you have 2 rich friends, you're the 3rd one. And then stop expecting anything from anybody or anywhere. Work for what you want. Achieve what you want. It will motivate you to even have more. If you want that car, go work for that car. Buy it. Move next. What's the next thing? If you want a good television, do it. If you want a good shirt, sir, you want a good shirt, a good tie, a good suit, afford it. Afford it. Don't go into debt to put on a suit to impress people. You only take photos online. Invest in yourself. Learn a skill. Be better every single day. Because health is not only about what is going into your mouth. It's also what is going into your mind. So your health, your first immunity starts in your brain. Amazing. I'm being reminded to advertise my channel. Now, 2 channels on YouTube. One is Health and Wellness Sport. The one that we are having a live on right now. 36,800 people. You can make that 37,000 tonight if you wish. 120 people on TikTok. You can simply move on YouTube and subscribe on that channel, Health and Wellness Sport. Channel number 2 is, so on Health and Wellness Sport, we run shows on Monday and sometimes on Tuesday. So today we're running a show. Tomorrow we run Testimonial Tuesdays on the same platform. So come in tomorrow at 8:30 with your testimony, inspire somebody. All right? So that platform, which is called Health and Wellness Sport, is our major platform. Teaches everything about health. So go there and subscribe. Every information that you need about any health condition, I think by now it's there. Platform number 2 on YouTube, it's called Uncle Chile. Uncle Chile is a platform that is intended to fix your identities. So on Fridays, we are here fixing people's identities. If you go there and listen to those lives, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know why you have anger. You'll know why you overthink. You'll know why you're inadequate. You'll know why you're constantly seeking validation. You'll know why you feel empty and lonely. You'll know why you peg your life on people who actually keep on running away from you. You'll know why you resent your parents and what you need to fix. So it gives you real life solutions on your conditions, spiritual conditions and mental conditions. So that is a platform that you need to join, Uncle Chile. On Friday at 8:30, we are here running that show. It's called Identity Fridays. I have a platform on Telegram called Health and Wellness Sport. Join that platform. I also have a platform on Facebook that is called Lewis Muchile. Go join those platforms. Because one day you'll wake up, some of these platforms will be out. So you'll still benefit from this information. And I share all this information on those platforms without having to charge you a single dime. All right? So yes, so tomorrow at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time, we are here for Testimonial Tuesdays. And then on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time, we'll be on Uncle Chile platform, Identity Fridays. Amazing. Now, we also sell merchandise, fermented cabbages, roasted coffee, mugs or coffee cups. We also sell water bottles. We sell tallow, and all these products are available at our offices in Lavington and also at Imenti House. All right? And the contact is provided on my social media platforms. Simply purchase to support the program, support the show, support our channel, and support people who are involved in that merchandise production. Thank you. Another thing, on Tuesday next week, that is on 24th of this month, all the way to the 4th of July, those are 2 weeks, we will be in Nairobi for physical consultations. So you can start booking your appointments at this moment in time early so that you'll be scheduled earlier. All right, this time we're not going to extend, we'll be there for only 2 weeks. So simply book your appointment and let's see how it goes. Now, I'm also intending to actually start moving around the country, and possibly you can start with either Nakuru or Kisumu, depending on how my people on the ground will be willing to support. So yeah, this is the time that my people like Akina Oboge, Akina Muhesh in Nakuru, you can actually start making it happen, because we intend to actually move across the country to just make sure that this gospel is reaching the ground. And we can do this in terms of either seminars or in terms of conferences. So we can book a hall, and then that hall we can bring in people. You pay to come in. We have these conversations. We answer some of the questions, and then we call it a day. All right. So yes, that will be an amazing thing, and I'm hoping that can actually start in August. So as you think about that, keep on bringing in those new ideas, which can actually build us as we build you. Now, if you're still on, please remember to like the live, because once you like it, specifically on YouTube, once you like it, you'll get to reach more people. So simply just take a minute to just like the live. If you can share, well done, and thank you for that. I appreciate. And the contact that we use for the physical consultations will be 0707 07 47 22. There is that number that I put on all my videos. That is my office contact. Simply send a WhatsApp message. You will be booked in, and then we can see you next week from Tuesday all the way to the 4th of July. It's been an amazing show having you guys, hosting you here. You guys are tremendous. You guys are awesome. And of course, I wish and I hope that God blesses you for the better of this channel and for the better of our lives. So thank you so much for attending. See you tomorrow at 8:30 for the Testimonial Tuesdays, as we share our testimonies if God gives us the grace. Have a good night, have a good morning, and a good afternoon from wherever you are. Thank you.